أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين.
And we did not send down upon his people after him any soldiers from the heaven, nor would we have done so.
إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون.
It was not but one shout, and immediately they were extinguished.
يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون.
How regretful for the servants. There did not come to them any messenger except that they used to ridicule him.
ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون.
Have they not considered how many generations we destroyed before them, that they to them will not return?
وَإِن كُلٌّ لَّمَّا جَمِيعٌ لَّدَيْنَا مُحْضَرُونَ.
And indeed, all of them will yet be brought present before us.
وَآيَةٌ لَّهُمُ الْأَرْضُ الْمَيْتَةُ أَحْيَيْنَاهَا وَأَخْرَجْنَا مِنْهَا حَبًّا فَمِنْهُ يَأْكُلُونَ.
And a sign for them is the dead earth. We have brought it to life and brought forth from it grain, and from it they eat.
وَجَعَلْنَا فِيهَا جَنَّاتٍ مِّن نَّخِيلٍ وَأَعْنَابٍ وَفَجَّرْنَا فِيهَا مِنَ الْعُيُونِ.
And we placed therein gardens of palm trees and grapevines, and caused to burst forth therefrom some springs.
لِيَأْكُلُوا مِن ثَمَرِهِ وَمَا عَمِلَتْهُ أَيْدِيهِمْ أَفَلَا يَشْكُرُونَ.
That they may eat of his fruit, and their hands have not produced it, so will they not be grateful?
سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون.
Exalted is he who created all pairs, from what the earth grows, and from themselves, and from that which they do not know.
وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون.
And a sign for them is the night. We remove from it the light of day, so they are left in darkness.
والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم.
And the sun runs on course toward its stopping point. That is the determination of the exalted in might, the knowing.
والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم.
And the moon, we have determined for it phases, until it returns appearing like the old date stalk.
لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون.
It is not allowable for the sun to reach the moon, nor does the night overtake the day, but each in an orbit is swimming.
وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون.
And a sign for them is that we carried their forefathers in a laden ship.
وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون.
And we created for them from the likes of it that which they ride.
وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون.
And if we should will, we could drown them. Then no one responding to a cry would there be for them, nor would they be saved.
إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين.
Except as a mercy from us and provision for a time.
وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون.
But when it is said to them, beware of what is before you and what is behind you, perhaps you will receive mercy.
وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين.
And no sign comes to them from the signs of their Lord, except that they are from it turning away.
وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين.
And when it is said to them, spend from that which Allah has provided for you, those who disbelieve say to those who believe, should we feed one whom, if Allah had willed, He would have fed? You are not but in clear error.
وَيَقُولُونَ مَتَى هَذَا الْوَعْدُ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ.
And they say, when is this promise, if you should be truthful?
ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون.
They do not await except one blast which will seize them while they are disputing.
فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون.
And they will not be able to give any instruction, nor to their people can they return.
ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون.
And the horn will be blown, and at once from the graves to their Lord they will hasten.
قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون.
They will say, "Oh woe to us! Who has raised us up from our sleeping place?" The reply will be, "This is what the Most Merciful had promised, and the messengers told the truth."
إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون.
It will not be but one blast, and at once they are all brought present before us.
فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون.
So today no soul will be wronged at all, and you will not be recompensed except for what you used to do.
إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون.
Indeed, the companions of paradise that day will be amused in joyful occupation.
هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون.
They and their spouses, in shade, reclining on adorned couches.
لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون.
For them therein is fruit, and for them is whatever they request or wish.
سلام قولا من رب رحيم.
And peace, a word from a merciful Lord.
وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون.
Then he will say, but stand apart today, you criminals.
ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين.
Did I not enjoin upon you, O children of Adam, that you not worship Satan? For indeed, he is to you a clear enemy.
وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم.
And that you worship only me, this is a straight path.
ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون.
And he had already led astray from among you much of creation. So did you not use reason?
هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون.
This is the hellfire which you were promised.
اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون.
Enter to burn therein today for what you used to deny.
اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون.
That day we will seal over their mouths, and their hands will speak to us, and their feet will testify about what they used to earn.
ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون.
And if we willed, we could have obliterated their eyes, and they would race to find the path, and how could they see?
ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون.
And if we willed, we could have deformed them, paralyzing them in their places, so they would not be able to proceed, nor could they return.
ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون.
And he to whom we grant long life we reverse in creation. So will they not understand?
وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين.
And we did not give Prophet Muhammad knowledge of poetry, nor is it befitting for him. It is not but a message and a clear Qur'an.
لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين.
To warn whoever is alive and justify the word against the disbelievers.
أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون.
Do they not see that we have created for them from what our hands have made grazing livestock, and then they are their owners?
وَذَلَّلْنَاهَا لَهُمْ فَمِنْهَا رَكُوبُهُمْ وَمِنْهَا يَأْكُلُونَ.
And we have tamed them for them, so some of them they ride, and some of them they eat.
وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا مَنَافِعُ وَمَشَارِبُ أَفَلَا يَشْكُرُونَ.
And for them therein are other benefits and drinks. So will they not be grateful?
وَاتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ آلِهَةً لَعَلَّهُمْ يُنصَرُونَ.
But they have taken besides Allah false deities that perhaps they would be helped.
لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون.
They are not able to help them, and they themselves are for them soldiers in attendance.
فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون.
So let not their speech grieve you. Indeed, we know what they conceal and what they declare.
أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين.
Does man not consider that we created him from a mere sperm drop? Then at once he is a clear adversary.
وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم.
And he presents for us an example and forgets his own creation. He says, who will give life to bones while they are disintegrated?
قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم.
Say, he will give them life who produced them the first time, and he is of all creation knowing.
الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون.
It is he who made for you from the green tree fire, and then from it you ignite.
أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم.
Is not he who created the heavens and the earth able to create the likes of them? Yes, it is so, and he is the knowing creator.
إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون.
His command is only when he intends a thing that he says to it, be, and it is.
فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون.
So exalted is he in whose hand is the realm of all things, and to him you will be returned.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصافات صفا
By those angels lined up in rows,
فالزاجرات زجرا
and those who drive the clouds,
فالتاليات ذكرا
and those who recite the message.
إن إلهكم لواحد
Indeed, your God is one,
رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ورب المشارق
Lord of the heavens and the earth, and that between them, and Lord of the sunrises.
إنا زينا السماء الدنيا بزينة الكواكب
Indeed, we have adorned the nearest heaven with an adornment of stars,
وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد
and as protection against every rebellious devil.
لا يسمعون إلى الملأ الأعلى ويقذفون من كل جانب
So they may not listen to the exalted assembly of angels and are pelted from every side.
دحورا ولهم عذاب واصب
Repelled, and for them is a constant punishment.
إلا من خطف الخطفة فأتبعه شهاب ثاقب
Except one who snatches some words by theft, but they are pursued by a burning flame, piercing in brightness.
فاستفتهم أهم أشد خلقا أم من خلقنا إنا خلقناهم من طين لازب
Then inquire of them, O Muhammad, are they a stronger or more difficult creation, or those others we have created? Indeed, we created men from sticky clay.
بل عجبت ويسخرون
But you wonder while they mock,
وإذا ذكروا لا يذكرون
and when they are reminded, they remember not.
وإذا رأوا آية يستسخرون
And when they see a sign, they ridicule.
وقالوا إن هذا إلا سحر مبين
And say, this is not but obvious magic.
أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أإنا لمبعوثون
When we have died and become dust and bones, are we indeed to be resurrected?
أوآباؤنا الأولون
And our forefathers as well?
قل نعم وأنتم داخرون
Say, yes, and you will be rendered contemptible.
فإنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم ينظرون
It will be only one shout, and at once they will be observing.
وقالوا يا ويلنا هذا يوم الدين
They will say, oh woe to us, this is the day of recompense.
هذا يوم الفصل الذي كنتم به تكذبون
They will be told, this is the day of judgment which you used to deny.
احشروا الذين ظلموا وأزواجهم وما كانوا يعبدون
The angels will be ordered, gather those who committed wrong their kinds, and what they used to worship.
من دون الله فاهدوهم إلى صراط الجحيم.
Other than Allah, and guide them to the path of hellfire.
وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون.
And stop them. Indeed, they are to be questioned.
ما لكم لا تناصرون.
They will be asked, what is wrong with you? Why do you not help each other?
بل هم اليوم مستسلمون.
But they, that day, are in surrender.
وأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون.
And they will approach one another blaming each other.
قالوا إنكم كنتم تأتوننا عن اليمين.
They will say, indeed, you used to come at us from the right.
قالوا بل لم تكونوا مؤمنين.
The oppressors will say, rather, you yourselves were not believers.
وما كان لنا عليكم من سلطان بل كنتم قوما طاغين.
And we had over you no authority, but you were a transgressing people.
فحق علينا قول ربنا إنا لذائقون.
So the word of our Lord has come into effect upon us. Indeed, we will taste punishment.
فأغويناكم إنا كنا غاوين.
And we led you to deviation. Indeed, we were deviators.
فإنهم يومئذ في العذاب مشتركون.
So indeed they, that day, will be sharing in the punishment.
إنا كذلك نفعل بالمجرمين.
Indeed, that is how we deal with the criminals.
إنهم كانوا إذا قيل لهم لا إله إلا الله يستكبرون.
Indeed, they, when it was said to them, there is no deity but Allah, were arrogant.
ويقولون أئنا لتاركو آلهتنا لشاعر مجنون.
And we're saying, are we to leave our gods for a mad poet?
بل جاء بالحق وصدق المرسلين.
Rather, the Prophet has come with the truth and confirmed the previous messengers.
إنكم لذائق العذاب الأليم.
Indeed, you disbelievers will be tasters of the painful punishment.
وما تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون.
And you will not be recompensed except for what you used to do.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
But not the chosen servants of Allah.
أولئك لهم رزق معلوم.
Those will have a provision determined.
فواكه وهم مكرمون.
fruits, and they will be honored.
في جنات النعيم
In gardens of pleasure,
على سرر متقابلين
on thrones facing one another.
يطاف عليهم بكأس من معين
There will be circulated among them a cup of wine from a flowing spring,
بيضاء لذة للشاربين
white and delicious to the drinkers.
لا فيها غول ولا هم عنها ينزفون
No bad effect is there in it, nor from it will they be intoxicated.
وعندهم قاصرات الطرف عين
And with them will be women limiting their glances, with large, beautiful eyes,
كأنهن بيض مكنون
as if they were delicate eggs, well protected.
فأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون
And they will approach one another, inquiring of each other.
قال قائل منهم إني كان لي قرين
A speaker among them will say, Indeed, I had a companion on earth.
يقول أئنك لمن المصدقين
Who would say, Are you indeed of those who believe?
أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أإنا لمدينون That
when we have died and become dust and bones, we will indeed be recompensed.
قال هل أنتم مطلعون
He will say, Would you care to look?
فاطلع فرآه في سواء الجحيم
And he will look and see him in the midst of the hellfire.
قال تالله إن كدت لتردين
He will say, By Allah, you almost ruined me.
ولولا نعمة ربي لكنت من المحضرين
If not for the favor of my Lord, I would have been of those brought into hell.
أفما نحن بميتين
Then, are we not to die?
إلا موتتنا الأولى وما نحن بمعذبين
Except for our first death, and we will not be punished?
إن هذا لهو الفوز العظيم
Indeed, this is the great attainment.
لمثل هذا فليعمل العاملون
For the like of this, let the workers on earth work.
أذلك خير نزلا أم شجرة الزقوم
Is paradise a better accommodation, or the tree of Zakkum?
إنا جعلناها فتنة للظالمين
Indeed, we have made it a torment for the wrongdoers.
إنها شجرة تخرج في أصل الجحيم
Indeed, it is a tree issuing from the bottom of the hellfire.
طلعها كأنه رؤوس الشياطين.
Its emerging fruit as if it was heads of the devils.
فإنهم لآكلون منها فمالئون منها البطون.
And indeed, they will eat from it and fill with it their bellies.
ثم إن لهم عليها لشوبا من حميم.
Then indeed, they will have after it a mixture of scalding water.
ثم إن مرجعهم لإلى الجحيم.
Then indeed, their return will be to the hell fire.
إنهم ألفوا آباءهم ضالين.
Indeed, they found their fathers astray.
فهم على آثارهم يهرعون.
So they hastened to follow in their footsteps.
وَلَقَدْ ضَلَّ قَبْلَهُمْ أَكْثَرُ الْأَوَّلِينَ.
And there had already strayed before them most of the former peoples.
وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا فِيهِمْ مُنذِرِينَ.
And we had already sent among them warners.
فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المنذرين.
Then look how was the end of those who were warned.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
But not the chosen servants of Allah.
ولقد نادانا نوح فلنعم المجيبون.
And Noah had certainly called us, and we are the best of responders.
ونجيناه وأهله من الكرب العظيم.
And we saved him and his family from the great affliction.
وجعلنا ذريته هم الباقين.
And we made his descendants those remaining on the earth.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And left for him favorable mention among later generations.
سلام على نوح في العالمين.
Peace upon Noah among the worlds.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Indeed, we thus reward the doers of good.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
Indeed, he was of our believing servants.
ثم أغرقنا الآخرين.
Then we drowned the disbelievers.
وإن من شيعته لإبراهيم.
And indeed, among his kind was Abraham.
إذ جاء ربه بقلب سليم.
When he came to his Lord with a sound heart.
إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ماذا تعبدون.
And when he said to his father and his people, what do you worship?
أئفكا آلهة دون الله تريدون.
Is it falsehood as gods other than Allah you desire?
فما ظنكم برب العالمين.
Then what is your thought about the Lord of the worlds?
فنظر نظرة في النجوم
And he cast a look at the stars.
فقال إني سقيم
And said, Indeed, I am about to be ill.
فتولوا عنه مدبرين
So they turned away from him, departing.
فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون
Then he turned to their gods and said, Do you not eat?
ما لكم لا تنطقون
What is wrong with you that you do not speak?
فراغ عليهم ضربا باليمين
And he turned upon them a blow with his right hand.
فأقبلوا إليه يزفون
Then the people came toward him, hastening.
قال أتعبدون ما تنحتون
He said, Do you worship that which you yourselves carve?
والله خلقكم وما تعملون
While Allah created you and that which you do.
قالوا ابنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم
They said, Construct for him a furnace and throw him into the burning fire.
فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين
And they intended for him a plan, but we made them the most debased.
وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين
And then he said, Indeed, I will go to where I am ordered by my Lord. He will guide me.
رب هب لي من الصالحين
My Lord, grant me a child from among the righteous.
فبشرناه بغلام حليم
So we gave him good tidings of a forbearing boy.
فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين.
And when he reached with him the age of exertion, he said, O my son, indeed I have seen in a dream that I must sacrifice you, so see what you think. He said, O my father, do as you are commanded. You will find me, if Allah wills, of the steadfast.
فلما أسلما وتله للجبين
And when they had both submitted, and he put him down upon his forehead,
وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم
we called to him, O Abraham,
قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
You have fulfilled the vision. Indeed, we thus reward the doers of good.
إن هذا لهو البلاء المبين.
Indeed, this was the clear trial.
وفديناه بذبح عظيم.
And we ransomed him with a great sacrifice.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And we left for him favorable mention among later generations.
سلام على إبراهيم
Peace upon Abraham.
كذلك نجزي المحسنين
Indeed, we thus reward the doers of good.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين
Indeed, he was of our believing servants.
وبشرناه بإسحاق نبيا من الصالحين
And we gave him good tidings of Isaac, a prophet from among the righteous.
وباركنا عليه وعلى إسحاق ومن ذريتهما محسن وظالم لنفسه مبين.
And we blessed him and Isaac. But among their descendants is the doer of good and the clearly unjust to himself.
وَلَقَدْ مَنَنَّا عَلَى مُوسَى وَهَارُونَ
And we did certainly confer favor upon Moses and Aaron.
وَنَجَّيْنَاهُمَا وَقَوْمَهُمَا مِنَ الْكَرْبِ الْعَظِيمِ
And we saved them and their people from the great affliction.
وَنَصَرْنَاهُمْ فَكَانُوا هُمُ الْغَالِبِينَ
And we supported them, so it was they who overcame.
وَآتَيْنَاهُمَا الْكِتَابَ الْمُسْتَبِينَ
And we gave them the explicit scripture.
وَهَدَيْنَاهُمَا الصِّرَاطَ الْمُسْتَقِيمَ
And we guided them on the straight path.
وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِمَا فِي الْآخِرِينَ
And we left for them favorable mention among later generations.
سلام على موسى وهارون
Peace upon Moses and Aaron.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين
Indeed, we thus reward the doers of good.
إنهما من عبادنا المؤمنين
Indeed, they were of our believing servants.
وإن إلياس لمن المرسلين
And indeed, Elias was from among the messengers.
إذ قال لقومه ألا تتقون
When he said to his people, Will you not fear Allah?
أتدعون بعلا وتذرون أحسن الخالقين
Do you call upon Baal and leave the best of creators?
الله ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين
Allah, your Lord, and the Lord of your first forefathers?
فكذبوه فإنهم لمحضرون
And they denied him, so indeed they will be brought for punishment.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين
Except the chosen servants of Allah.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين
And we left for him favorable mention among later generations.
سلام على الياسين
Peace upon Elias.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين
Indeed, we thus reward the doers of good.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين
Indeed, he was of our believing servants.
وَإِنَّ لُوطًا لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ.
And indeed, Lot was among the messengers.
إِذْ نَجَّيْنَاهُ وَأَهْلَهُ أَجْمَعِينَ.
So mention when we saved him and his family all.
إِلَّا عَجُوزًا فِي الْغَابِرِينَ.
Except his wife among those who remained with the evildoers.
ثُمَّ دَمَّرْنَا الْآخَرِينَ.
Then we destroyed the others.
وَإِنَّكُمْ لَتَمُرُّونَ عَلَيْهِمْ مُصْبِحِينَ.
And indeed, you pass by them in the morning.
وَبِاللَّيْلِ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ.
And at night, then will you not use reason?
وَإِنَّ يُونُسَ لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ.
And indeed, Jonah was among the messengers.
إِذْ أَبَقَ إِلَى الْفُلْكِ الْمَشْحُونِ.
Mention when he ran away to the laden ship.
فَسَاهَمَ فَكَانَ مِنَ الْمُدْحَضِينَ.
And he drew lots and was among the losers.
فَالْتَقَمَهُ الْحُوتُ وَهُوَ مُلِيمٌ.
Then the fish swallowed him while he was blameworthy.
فَلَوْلَا أَنَّهُ كَانَ مِنَ الْمُسَبِّحِينَ.
And had he not been of those who exalt Allah,
لَلَبِثَ فِي بَطْنِهِ إِلَى يَوْمِ يُبْعَثُونَ.
he would have remained inside its belly until the day they are resurrected.
فَنَبَذْنَاهُ بِالْعَرَاءِ وَهُوَ سَقِيمٌ.
But we threw him onto the open shore while he was ill.
وَأَنبَتْنَا عَلَيْهِ شَجَرَةً مِّن يَقْطِينٍ.
And we caused to grow over him a gourd vine.
وَأَرْسَلْنَاهُ إِلَى 100,000 أَوْ يَزِيدُونَ.
And we sent him to his people of 100,000 or more.
فآمنوا فمتعناهم إلى حين.
And they believed, so we gave them enjoyment of life for a time.
فاستفتهم ألربك البنات ولهم البنون.
So inquire of them, O Muhammad, does your Lord have daughters while they have sons?
أم خلقنا الملائكة إناثا وهم شاهدون.
Or did we create the angels as females while they were witnesses?
ألا إنهم من إفكهم ليقولون.
Unquestionably, it is out of their invented falsehood that they say,
من إفكهم ليقولون ولد الله وإنهم لكاذبون.
Out of their invented falsehood that they say, Allah has begotten, and indeed they are liars.
أصطفى البنات على البنين.
Has he chosen daughters over sons?
ما لكم كيف تحكمون.
What is wrong with you? How do you make judgment?
أفلا تذكرون.
Then will you not be reminded?
أم لكم سلطان مبين.
Or do you have a clear authority?
فأتوا بكتابكم إن كنتم صادقين.
Then produce your scripture if you should be truthful.
وجعلوا بينه وبين الجنة نسبا ولقد علمت الجنة إنهم لمحضرون.
And they have claimed between him and the jinn a lineage. But the jinn have already known that they who made such claims will be brought to punishment.
سبحان الله عما يصفون.
Exalted is Allah above what they described.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
Except the chosen servants of Allah who do not share in that sin.
فإنكم وما تعبدون.
So indeed, you disbelievers and whatever you worship,
ما أنتم عليه بفاتنين.
you cannot tempt anyone away from him,
إلا من هو صال الجحيم.
except he who is to enter and burn in the hell fire.
وما منا إلا له مقام معلوم.
The angels say, there is not among us any except that he has a known position.
وإنا لنحن الصافون.
And indeed, we are those who line up for prayer.
وإنا لنحن المسبحون.
And indeed, we are those who exalt Allah.
وإن كانوا ليقولون.
And indeed, the disbelievers used to say,
لو أن عندنا ذكرا من الأولين.
if we had a message from those of the former peoples,
لكنا عباد الله المخلصين.
we would have been the chosen servants of Allah.
فكفروا به فسوف يعلمون.
But they disbelieved in it, so they are going to know.
ولقد سبقت كلمتنا لعبادنا المرسلين.
And our word has already proceeded for our servants, the messengers.
إنهم لهم المنصورون.
That indeed they would be those given victory.
وإن جندنا لهم الغالبون.
And that indeed our soldiers will be those who overcome.
فتول عنهم حتى حين.
So, O Muhammad, leave them for a time.
وأبصرهم فسوف يبصرون.
And see what will befall them, for they are going to see.
أفبعذابنا يستعجلون.
Then for our punishment are they impatient?
فإذا نزل بساحتهم فساء صباح المنذرين.
But when it descends in their territory, then evil is the morning of those who were warned.
وتول عنهم حتى حين.
And leave them for a time.
وأبصر فسوف يبصرون.
And see, for they are going to see.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون.
Exalted is your Lord, the Lord of might, above what they describe.
وسلام على المرسلين
And peace upon the messengers.
والحمد لله رب العالمين.
And praise to Allah, Lord of the worlds.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صاد والقرآن ذي الذكر.
Sa'd, by the Quran containing reminder.
بل الذين كفروا في عزة وشقاق.
But those who disbelieve are in pride and dissension.
كم أهلكنا من قبلهم من قرن فنادوا ولا تحين مناص.
How many a generation have we destroyed before them? And they then called out, but it was not a time for escape.
وعجبوا أن جاءهم منذر منهم وقال الكافرون هذا ساحر كذاب.
And they wondered that there has come to them a warner from among themselves. And the disbelievers say, this is a magician and a liar.
أجعل الآلهة إلها واحدا إن هذا لشيء عجاب.
Has he made the gods only one God? Indeed, this is a curious thing.
وانطلق الملأ منهم أن امشوا واصبروا على آلهتكم إن هذا لشيء يراد.
And the eminent among them went forth, saying, continue and be patient over the defense of your gods. Indeed, this is a thing intended.
ما سمعنا بهذا في الملة الآخرة إن هذا إلا اختلاق.
We have not heard of this in the latest religion. This is not but a fabrication.
أأنزل عليه الذكر من بيننا بل هم في شك من ذكري بل لما يذوقوا عذاب.
Has the message been revealed to him out of all of us? Rather, they are in doubt about my message. Rather, they have not yet tasted my punishment.
أم عندهم خزائن رحمة ربك العزيز الوهاب.
Or do they have the depositories of the mercy of your Lord, the exalted in might, the bestower?
أم لهم ملك السماوات والأرض وما بينهما فليرتقوا في الأسباب.
Or is theirs the dominion of the heavens and the earth and what is between them? Then let them ascend through any ways of access.
جند ما هنالك مهزوم من الأحزاب.
They are but soldiers who will be defeated there among the companies of disbelievers.
كذبت قبلهم قوم نوح وعاد وفرعون ذو الأوتاد.
The people of Noah denied before them, and the tribe of Ad, and Pharaoh, the owner of stakes,
وثمود وقوم لوط وأصحاب الأيكة أولئك الأحزاب.
and the tribe of Thamud, and the people of Lot, and the companions of the thicket. those are the companies.
إن كل إلا كذب الرسل فحق عقاب.
Each of them denied the messengers, so my penalty was justified.
وما ينظر هؤلاء إلا صيحة واحدة ما لها من فواق.
And these disbelievers await not but one blast of the horn. For it there will be no delay.
وقالوا ربنا عجل لنا قطنا قبل يوم الحساب.
And they say, Our Lord, hasten for us our share of the punishment before the day of account.
اصبر على ما يقولون واذكر عبدنا داود ذا الأيد إنه أواب.
Be patient over what they say, and remember our servant David, the possessor of strength. Indeed, he was one who repeatedly turned back to Allah.
إنا سخرنا الجبال معه يسبحن بالعشي والإشراق.
Indeed, we subjected the mountains to praise with him, exalting Allah in the late afternoon and after sunrise.
والطير محشورة كل له أواب.
And the birds were assembled, all with him repeating praises.
وشددنا ملكه وآتيناه الحكمة وفصل الخطاب.
And we strengthened his kingdom and gave him wisdom and discernment in speech.
وهل أتاك نبأ الخصم إذ تسوروا المحراب.
And has there come to you the news of the adversaries when they climbed over the wall of his prayer chamber?
إذ دخلوا على داود ففزع منهم قالوا لا تخف خصمان بغى بعضنا على بعض فاحكم بيننا بالحق ولا تشطط واهدنا إلى سواء الصراط.
When they entered upon David and he was alarmed by them, they said, Fear not, we are two adversaries, one of whom has wronged the other. So judge between us with truth, and do not exceed it, and guide us to the sound path.
إن هذا أخي له 99 نعجة ولي نعجة واحدة فقال أكفلنيها وعزني في الخطاب.
Indeed, this, my brother, has 99 ewes, and I have one ewe. So he said, Entrust her to me, and he overpowered me in speech.
قال لقد ظلمك بسؤال نعجتك إلى نعاجه وإن كثيرا من الخلطاء ليبغي بعضهم على بعض إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وقليل ما هم. وظن داود أنما فتناه فاستغفر ربه وخر راكعا وأناب.
David said, He has certainly wronged you in demanding your ewe in addition to his ewes. And indeed, many associates oppress one another, except for those who believe and do righteous deeds. And few are they. And David became certain that we had tried him, and he asked forgiveness of his Lord, and fell down bowing in prostration, and turned in repentance to Allah.
فغفرنا له ذلك وإن له عندنا لزلفى وحسن مآب.
So we forgave him that, and indeed, for him is nearness to us and a good place of return.
يا داود إنا جعلناك خليفة في الأرض فاحكم بين الناس بالحق ولا تتبع الهوى فيضلك عن سبيل الله إن الذين يضلون عن سبيل الله لهم عذاب شديد بما نسوا يوم الحساب.
We said, O David, indeed we have made you a successor upon the earth, so judge between the people in truth and do not follow your own desire, as it will lead you astray from the way of Allah. Indeed, those who go astray from the way of Allah will have a severe punishment for having forgotten the day of account.
وما خلقنا السماء والأرض وما بينهما باطلا ذلك ظن الذين كفروا فويل للذين كفروا من النار.
And we did not create the heaven and the earth and that between them aimlessly. That is the assumption of those who disbelieve. So woe to those who disbelieve from the fire.
أم نجعل الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات كالمفسدين في الأرض أم نجعل المتقين كالفجار.
Or should we treat those who believe and do righteous deeds like corruptors in the land? Or should we treat those who fear Allah like the wicked?
كتاب أنزلناه إليك مبارك ليدبروا آياته وليتذكر أولو الألباب.
This is a blessed book which we have revealed to you, O Muhammad, that they might reflect upon its verses and that those of understanding would be reminded.
ووهبنا لداود سليمان نعم العبد إنه أواب.
And to David we gave Solomon, an excellent servant. Indeed, he was one repeatedly turning back to Allah.
إذ عرض عليه بالعشي الصافنات الجياد.
Mentioned when there were exhibited before him in the afternoon the poised standing racehorses.
فقال إني أحببت حب الخير عن ذكر ربي حتى توارت بالحجاب.
And he said, Indeed, I gave preference to the love of good things over the remembrance of my Lord until the sun disappeared into the curtain of darkness.
ردوها علي فطفق مسحا بالسوق والأعناق.
He said, Return them to me, and set about striking their legs and necks.
ولقد فتنا سليمان وألقينا على كرسيه جسدا ثم أناب.
And we certainly tried Solomon and placed on his throne a body, then he returned.
قال رب اغفر لي وهب لي ملكا لا ينبغي لأحد من بعدي إنك أنت الوهاب.
He said, My Lord, forgive me and grant me a kingdom such as will not belong to anyone after me. Indeed, you are the bestower.
فسخرنا له الريح تجري بأمره رخاء حيث أصاب.
So we subjected to him the wind blowing by his command, gently wherever he directed.
والشياطين كل بناء وغواص.
And also the devils of jinn, every builder and diver.
وآخرين مقرنين في الأصفاد.
And others bound together in shackles.
هذا عطاؤنا فامنن أو أمسك بغير حساب.
We said, "This is our gift, so grant or withhold without account."
وإن له عندنا لزلفى وحسن مآب.
And indeed, for him is nearness to us and a good place of return.
واذكر عبدنا أيوب إذ نادى ربه أني مسني الشيطان بنصب وعذاب.
And remember our servant Job when he called to his Lord, "Indeed, Satan has touched me with hardship and torment."
اركض برجلك هذا مغتسل بارد وشراب.
So he was told, "Strike the ground with your foot. This is a spring for a cool bath and drink."
ووهبنا له أهله ومثلهم معهم رحمة منا وذكرى لأولي الألباب.
And we granted him his family and a like number with them as mercy from us and a reminder for those of understanding.
وخذ بيدك ضغثا فاضرب به ولا تحنث إنا وجدناه صابرا نعم العبد إنه أواب.
We said, "And take in your hand a bunch of grass and strike with it and do not break your oath. Indeed, we found him patient, an excellent servant. Indeed, he was one repeatedly turning back to Allah."
واذكر عبادنا إبراهيم وإسحاق ويعقوب أولي الأيدي والأبصار.
And remember our servants Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, those of strength and religious vision.
إنا أخلصناهم بخالصة ذكر الدار.
Indeed, we chose them for an exclusive quality, remembrance of the home of the hereafter.
وإنهم عندنا لمن المصطفين الأخيار.
And indeed they are to us among the chosen and outstanding.
واذكر إسماعيل واليسع وذا الكفل وكل من الأخيار.
And remember Ishmael, Elisha and Dhul-Kifl, and all are among the outstanding.
هذا ذكر وإن للمتقين لحسن مآب.
This is a reminder, and indeed for the righteous is a good place of return.
جنات عدن مفتحة لهم الأبواب.
Gardens of perpetual residence, whose doors will be opened to them.
متكئين فيها يدعون فيها بفاكهة كثيرة وشراب.
Reclining within them, they will call therein for abundant fruit and drink.
وعندهم قاصرات الطرف أتراب.
And with them will be women limiting their glances and of equal age.
هذا ما توعدون ليوم الحساب.
This is what you, the righteous, are promised for the day of account.
إن هذا لرزقنا ما له من نفاد.
Indeed, this is our provision. For it there is no depletion.
هذا وإن للطاغين لشر مآب.
This is so, but indeed for the transgressors is an evil place of return.
جهنم يصلونها فبئس المهاد.
Hell, which they will enter to burn, and wretched is the resting place.
هذا فليذوقوه حميم وغساق.
This, so let them taste it, is scalding water and foul purulence.
وآخر من شكله أزواج.
And other punishments of its type in various kinds.
هذا فوج مقتحم معكم لا مرحبا بهم إنهم صالوا النار.
Its inhabitants will say, "This is a company bursting in with you. No welcome for them. Indeed, they will burn in the fire."
قالوا بل أنتم لا مرحبا بكم أنتم قدمتموه لنا فبئس القرار.
They will say, "Nor you, no welcome for you. You, our leaders, brought this upon us, and wretched is the settlement."
قالوا ربنا من قدم لنا هذا فزده عذابا ضعفا في النار.
They will say, "Our Lord, whoever brought this upon us, increase for him double punishment in the fire."
وقالوا ما لنا لا نرى رجالا كنا نعدهم من الأشرار.
And they will say, "Why do we not see men whom we used to count among the worst?
أتخذناهم سخريا أم زاغت عنهم الأبصار.
Is it because we took them in ridicule? Or has our vision turned away from them?
إن ذلك لحق تخاصم أهل النار.
Indeed, that is truth, the quarreling of the people of the fire.
قل إنما أنا منذر وما من إله إلا الله الواحد القهار.
Say, O Muhammad, I am only a warner, and there is not any deity except Allah, the One, the Prevailing.
رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما العزيز الغفار.
Lord of the heavens and the earth and whatever is between them, the exalted in might, the perpetual forgiver.
قل هو نبأ عظيم.
Say, it is great news.
أنتم عنه معرضون.
From which you turn away.
ما كان لي من علم بالملأ الأعلى يختصمون
I had no knowledge of the exalted assembly of angels when they were disputing the creation of Adam.
إن يوحى إلي إلا أنما أنا نذير مبين.
It has not been revealed to me except that I am a clear warner.
إذ قال ربك للملائكة إني خالق بشرا من طين.
So mention when your Lord said to the angels, "Indeed, I am going to create a human being from clay.
فإذا سويته ونفخت فيه من روحي فقعوا له ساجدين."
So when I have proportioned him and breathed into him of my created soul, then fall down to him in prostration.
فسجد الملائكة كلهم أجمعون.
So the angels prostrated, all of them entirely.
إلا إبليس استكبر وكان من الكافرين.
Except Iblis, he was arrogant and became among the disbelievers.
قال يا إبليس ما منعك أن تسجد لما خلقت بيدي أستكبرت أم كنت من العالين.
Allah said, "O Iblis, what prevented you from prostrating to that which I created with my hands? Were you arrogant then, or were you already among the haughty?"
قال أنا خير منه خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين.
He said, "I am better than him. You created me from fire and created him from clay."
قال فاخرج منها فإنك رجيم.
Allah said, "Then get out of paradise, for indeed you are expelled.
وإن عليك لعنتي إلى يوم الدين.
And indeed, upon you is my curse until the day of recompense."
قال رب فأنظرني إلى يوم يبعثون.
He said, "My Lord, then reprieve me until the day they are resurrected."
قال فإنك من المنظرين.
Allah said, "So indeed, you are of those reprieved
إلى يوم الوقت المعلوم.
until the day of the time well known."
قال فبعزتك لأغوينهم أجمعين.
Iblis said, "By your might, I will surely mislead them all,
إلا عبادك منهم المخلصين.
except among them your chosen servants."
قال فالحق والحق أقول.
Allah said, "The truth is my oath, and the truth I say.
لأملأن جهنم منك وممن تبعك منهم أجمعين.
That I will surely fill hell with you and those of them that follow you all together.
قل ما أسألكم عليه من أجر وما أنا من المتكلفين.
Say, O Muhammad, I do not ask you for the Qur'an any payment, and I am not of the pretentious.
إن هو إلا ذكر للعالمين.
It is but a reminder to the worlds.
وَلَتَعْلَمُنَّ نَبَأَهُ بَعْدَ حِينٍ.
And you will surely know the truth of its information after a time.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
تنزيل الكتاب من الله العزيز الحكيم.
The revelation of the Qur'an is from Allah, the exalted in might, the wise.
إنا أنزلنا إليك الكتاب بالحق فاعبد الله مخلصا له الدين.
Indeed, we have sent down to you the book, O Muhammad, in truth. So worship Allah, being sincere to Him in religion.
ألا لله الدين الخالص والذين اتخذوا من دونه أولياء ما نعبدهم إلا ليقربونا إلى الله زلفى إن الله يحكم بينهم فيما هم فيه يختلفون إن الله لا يهدي من هو كاذب كفار.
Unquestionably, for Allah is the pure religion. And those who take protectors besides Him say, we only worship them that they may bring us nearer to Allah in position. Indeed, Allah will judge between them concerning that over which they differ. Indeed, Allah does not guide he who is a liar and confirmed disbeliever.
لو أراد الله أن يتخذ ولدا لاصطفى مما يخلق ما يشاء سبحانه هو الله الواحد القهار.
If Allah had intended to take a son, He could have chosen from what He creates whatever He willed. Exalted is He. He is Allah, the One, the Prevailing.
خلق السماوات والأرض بالحق يكور الليل على النهار ويكور النهار على الليل وسخر الشمس والقمر كل يجري لأجل مسمى ألا هو العزيز الغفار.
He created the heavens and earth in truth. He wraps the night over the day and wraps the day over the night and has subjected the sun and the moon, each running its course for a specified term. Unquestionably, He is the exalted in might, the perpetual forgiver.
خلقكم من نفس واحدة ثم جعل منها زوجها وأنزل لكم من الأنعام 8 أزواج يخلقكم في بطون أمهاتكم خلقا من بعد خلق في ظلمات 3 ذلكم الله ربكم له الملك لا إله إلا هو فأنى تصرفون.
He created you from one soul, then He made from it its mate, and He produced for you from the grazing livestock 8 mates. He creates you in the wombs of your mothers, creation after creation, within 3 darknesses. That is Allah, your Lord. To Him belongs dominion. There is no deity except Him, so how are you averted?
إن تكفروا فإن الله غني عنكم ولا يرضى لعباده الكفر وإن تشكروا يرضه لكم ولا تزر وازرة وزر أخرى ثم إلى ربكم مرجعكم فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون إنه عليم بذات الصدور.
If you disbelieve, indeed Allah is free from need of you, and He does not approve for His servants disbelief. And if you are grateful, He approves it for you, and no bearer of burdens will bear the burden of another. Then to your Lord is your return, and He will inform you about what you used to do. Indeed, He is knowing of that within the breasts.
وَإِذَا مَسَّ الْإِنسَانَ ضُرٌّ دَعَا رَبَّهُ منيبا إليه ثم إذا خوله نعمة منه نسي ما كان يدعو إليه من قبل وجعل لله أندادا ليضل عن سبيله قل تمتع بكفرك قليلا إنك من أصحاب النار.
And when adversity touches man, he calls upon his Lord, turning to Him alone. Then when He bestows on him a favor from Himself, he forgets Him whom he called upon before, and he attributes to Allah equals to mislead people from His way. Say, enjoy your disbelief for a little. Indeed, you are of the companions of the fire.
أَمَّنْ هُوَ قَانِتٌ آنَاءَ اللَّيْلِ سَاجِدًا وَقَائِمًا يَحْذَرُ الْآخِرَةَ وَيَرْجُو رَحْمَةَ رَبِّهِ قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ.
Is one who is devoutly obedient during periods of the night, prostrating and standing in prayer, fearing the hereafter and hoping for the mercy of his Lord, like one who does not? Say, are those who know equal to those who do not know? Only they will remember who are people of understanding.
قُلْ يَا عِبَادِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّقُوا رَبَّكُمْ لِلَّذِينَ أَحْسَنُوا فِي هَذِهِ الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةٌ وَأَرْضُ اللَّهِ وَاسِعَةٌ إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُم بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ.
Say, O my servants who have believed, fear your Lord. For those who do good in this world is good, and the earth of Allah is spacious. Indeed, the patient will be given their reward without account.
قُلْ إِنِّي أُمِرْتُ أَنْ أَعْبُدَ اللَّهَ مُخْلِصًا لَهُ الدِّينَ.
Say, O Muhammad, indeed, I have been commanded to worship Allah, being sincere to Him in religion.
وَأُمِرْتُ لِأَنْ أَكُونَ أَوَّلَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ.
And I have been commanded to be the first among you of the Muslims.
قُلْ إِنِّي أخاف إن عصيت ربي عذاب يوم عظيم.
Say, indeed I fear, if I should disobey my Lord, the punishment of a tremendous day.
قل الله أعبد مخلصا له ديني.
Say, Allah alone do I worship, sincere to Him in my religion.
فاعبدوا ما شئتم من دونه قل إن الخاسرين الذين خسروا أنفسهم وأهليهم يوم القيامة ألا ذلك هو الخسران المبين.
So worship what you will besides Him. Say, indeed, the losers are the ones who will lose themselves and their families on the day of resurrection. Unquestionably, that is the manifest loss.
لهم من فوقهم ظلل من النار ومن تحتهم ظلل ذلك يخوف الله به عباده يا عباد فاتقون.
They will have canopies of fire above them and below them canopies. By that Allah threatens His servants. O my servants, then fear me.
والذين اجتنبوا الطاغوت أن يعبدوها وأنابوا إلى الله لهم البشرى فبشر عباد.
But those who have avoided Taghut, lest they worship it, and turned back to Allah, for them are good tidings. So give good tidings to my servants.
الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه أولئك الذين هداهم الله وأولئك هم أولو الألباب.
Who listen to speech and follow the best of it, those are the ones Allah has guided, and those are people of understanding.
أفمن حق عليه كلمة العذاب أفأنت تنقذ من في النار.
Then, is one who has deserved the decree of punishment to be guided? Then, can you save one who is in the fire?
لكن الذين اتقوا ربهم لهم غرف من فوقها غرف مبنية تجري من تحتها الأنهار وعد الله لا يخلف الله الميعاد.
But those who have feared their Lord, for them are chambers, above them chambers built high, beneath which rivers flow. This is the promise of Allah. Allah does not fail in His promise.
ألم تر أن الله أنزل من السماء ماء فسلكه ينابيع في الأرض ثم يخرج به زرعا مختلفا ألوانه ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يجعله حطاما إن في ذلك لذكرى لأولي الألباب.
Do you not see that Allah sends down rain from the sky and makes it flow as springs and rivers in the earth? Then He produces thereby crops of varying colors. Then they dry and you see them turned yellow. Then He makes them scattered debris. Indeed, in that is a reminder for those of understanding.
أفمن شرح الله صدره للإسلام فهو على نور من ربه فويل للقاسية قلوبهم من ذكر الله أولئك في ضلال مبين.
So is one whose breast Allah has expanded to accept Islam, and he is upon a light from his Lord, like one whose heart rejects it? Then woe to those whose hearts are hardened against the remembrance of Allah. Those are in manifest error.
الله نزل أحسن الحديث كتابا متشابها مثانية تقشعر منه جلود الذين يخشون ربهم ثم تلين جلودهم وقلوبهم إلى ذكر الله ذلك هدى الله يهدي به من يشاء ومن يضلل الله فما له من هاد.
Allah has sent down the best statement, a consistent book wherein is reiteration. The skins shiver therefrom of those who fear their Lord. Then their skins and their hearts relax at the remembrance of Allah. That is the guidance of Allah, by which He guides whom He wills. And one whom Allah leaves astray, for him there is no guide.
أفمن يتقي بوجهه سوء العذاب يوم القيامة وقيل للظالمين ذوقوا ما كنتم تكسبون.
Then is he who will shield with his face the worst of the punishment on the day of resurrection like one secure from it? And it will be said to the wrongdoers, taste what you used to earn.
كذب الذين من قبلهم فأتاهم العذاب من حيث لا يشعرون.
Those before them denied, and punishment came upon them from where they did not perceive.
فأذاقهم الله الخزي في الحياة الدنيا ولعذاب الآخرة أكبر لو كانوا يعلمون.
So Allah made them taste disgrace in worldly life, but the punishment of the hereafter is greater if they only knew.
ولقد ضربنا للناس في هذا القرآن من كل مثل لعلهم يتذكرون.
And we have certainly presented for the people in this Quran from every kind of example, that they might remember.
قرآنا عربيا غير ذي عوج لعلهم يتقون.
It is an Arabic Quran, without any deviance, that they might become righteous.
ضرب الله مثلا رجلا فيه شركاء متشاكسون ورجلا سلما لرجل هل يستويان مثلا الحمد لله بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون.
Allah presents an example, a slave owned by quarreling partners and another belonging exclusively to one man. Are they equal in comparison? Praise be to Allah, but most of them do not know.
إنك ميت وإنهم ميتون.
Indeed, you are to die, and indeed they are to die.
ثم إنكم يوم القيامة عند ربكم تختصمون.
Then indeed you, on the day of resurrection, before your Lord, will dispute.